Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Ideal City Living Awakening program. Today we have a very respectable guest, Mr. Rahat Kazmi. He spent 31 years of his life in Europe, England, and different other countries of Europe. He was very young when he moved from his homeland to Europe. He studied in England and then he established some businesses. Now, currently, he is a corporate trainer of accounting, marketing, and other areas of his specialization. We request him to share his rich experience of his areas of expertise so that the newcomers and the people who wish to migrate to other countries, they can benefit out of that. Let's welcome Mr. Rahat Kazmi.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much, Mujahid Bhai, for calling me here, and it's a pleasure to be with you and talk to your audience here. My name is Rahat Kazmi, as Mujahid Bhai said, and I first came to UK in 1988. At that time I must be about 23 years old, and my big inspiration to leave Pakistan was because I actually was working in Holiday Inn Hotel Islamabad, which is currently known as Marriott, and I basically had a GM. His name was Parvez Sheikh. They call him Parian, that was his nickname. So he had gone to America to do his master's degree in hotel management. When he came back, at that time he was earning lots of money, at least I think 5 lakh rupees back in 1988, 86 basically when I started working with him. He also had a company home for servants, company car, everything he used in his home, including mineral water that was provided by the hotel. So he must be about mid-30s, so I thought maybe if I stayed in Pakistan to get to his position, my hairs will be grey and I may not still reach there, so I thought, okay, let's go and do what he did. So I decided to leave Pakistan and go for education. So luckily I didn't have to spend lots of money because I learned how to sort of leave country and without spending lots of money. So I presented myself, proved to the embassies that I don't have to stay in your country. So I keep getting lots of visas. So my father was surprised. I told him because I said I'm going to Islamabad and apply for some visas. He said to me, why, really? You think you can get visas that easily? Yes. I think my planning is there and I should be able to get visas without any issues. So because I worked in a large hotel, so I had some contacts. Actually had some direct contact with high commissioners. They were visiting Lahore and they were meeting with the chieftains there and all that. So I used to welcome them from airport, bring them home to the hotel and serve them for a few days. And then basically I had good PR with them. So every time I went to apply for a visa, I used to make an appointment with a high commissioner or ambassador, met with them for tea and coffee and had the passport stamped with a visa. So within 3-4 days, I had 15 visas stamped in the passport. At that time it was quite easy. Not easy to get visa, but we didn't have to wait for 1 month or 2 months for one visa only. So after I went back, I had a number of visas. So actually my plan basically was at the time I had American visa as well. So I thought I'll come to UK, spend some time there, make some money, and then travel to USA. So that never happened because actually I liked England more than even going further. So I thought, okay, well my fate must be here, and I decided to settle on there. When I got there in England, my parents had actually find me a contact. One auntie, a distant relative of my mom, she said to me, okay, fine, you can go and stay with them for a few days. They were very nice and very welcoming. I stayed with them for a couple of weeks, but I actually was very much conscious that I had to find some work because I didn't have enough money at the time. My dad didn't want me to leave Pakistan, so I said, no, I had to go. So he didn't stop me, but I know he wasn't happy. So I didn't have lots of money, so I only had money If I stayed in a 5-star hotel, I would probably stay there for one night. That would be enough money for one night. So it was good help to stay with this aunt for 2 weeks, but I had to find a job as soon as possible. So next day, when I left home, I went to Central London. I went to areas like Victoria, London Victoria, and London Earls Court. I started traveling to different streets looking for roles. Every time I saw a window which says vacancy, come inside, come apply within or inside. So I went inside, asked them for what kind of vacancy is it. So while I was going around, after 3 hours, I found a small hotel. They're looking for a hotel manager. So luckily I had experience. I used to work in hotels in Pakistan, Hilton, Holiday Inn, large hotels. So experience-wise, I had no issue. Only thing was I had, basically no papers at the moment. So anyway, I went inside. Luckily, there was another Pakistani man working there. He said he's going to Pakistan the following day. He said, can you please, you're lucky, you can work in my place. I'll introduce you to the owners here, and I'm sure they'll hire you. They'll be sure that you know the business and you speak English, good English. So from next day, I was hired. So I had a job in England, my first job in England, within 1 day. So then I realized, okay, I'm not spending my own money. Well, I didn't have enough money anyway, but I said, I'm not spending my own money. So I started working there. After I started 3 months or so, I had official papers done. So I got permission to stay there and work there. And then I started looking for a proper job. I started working hard there, and then they asked me to work in one of the other hotels. So actually, I was working day and night. So I could work till 1 o'clock in the morning, then go to sleep, and then next morning I'll start again at 7. So basically from 1 to 7 I had free time. So I worked for nearly, let's say about 4 or 5 months with them. Then I got official papers done in UK, and then I'm looking for more sort of official job with better rate. My first job was working for a hotel called Regent Palace Hotel in Piccadilly Circus. This had about 1,100 bedrooms. So they said to me, you had no management experience in the UK. You worked as manager before in Pakistan, but not here, so you have to learn this market. So fine, no problem, I'll do that. So because of my experience in Pakistan, when I started working with them, I proved to them very shortly that I can do it. I can easily work here as well. So within sort of a few months, my manager who was working with me, I started working as night auditor in a large hotel of 1,100 bedrooms. It was very busy night, very busy work. She got pregnant, so she had to leave. And they looked around. They realized there was nobody else who they can offer the job to. So they said, Rahat, would you be interested? Yes, I'll be interested, but with the right money. What do you mean by right money? Right money means more than you're already paying my predecessor. We can't do that. Okay, in that case, well, I'm happy for what I'm doing. So at that time, they had realized, I also knew that they realized I had better skills than my own manager was leaving. So I thought this is the right time to ask for more money, because look, it's 1,100 bedroom hotel. The hotel is really big. Lots of responsibility. I'm working long hours. I know a lot more computer skills than she has. I have more education than her. So I should get more money.